morning's a different morning because it snowed last night in Brighton, a seaside town. Mental. My mother is here because baby daddy is away for 5 days, so she's just here for yesterday and today, which is lovely because she's looking after, or she's playing with Winter while I watch them rather than what I anticipate to do, loads of work. But it's been really nice. It's nice to see them together because they don't spend a lot of time together. What's she done? Did have a few PTs lined up today, but I don't think it's going to happen because people are struggling to drive. I definitely want to do a workout today though because it's snowing and it's really sunny. This video is going to be, I cut my hair, by the way. Cut about that much of my hair off. People will be saying, oh my God, you're mental, you've got long hair. A long hair equals female. I need to cut my hair. I needed to cut it off. I needed a change. I wanted a change. I felt confident enough to not hide behind my long hair. So, little chop, nice, fresh, new locks. Winter's not happy. I'm gonna go feed her. So today, I've just put a little bit of makeup on. Hey, Winter. She has a bit of a cold, don't you? She's a bit snotty. So today, we obviously are gonna go out and play in the snow because it's the first time she's seen it. Look outside, look outside. I showed her this morning. She was pretty confused by the white. What do you think? So we're gonna go and play in the snow, and I've got some work to do, and I am gonna utilise the fact that my mum's here and she can play with Winter, because I don't get to spend a lot of time together, so that would be nice. Let's put that there. And yeah, hello. So this bruise here and the cut on her nose is from her falling onto a guitar because now she thinks she can walk. So she stands on everything, and yeah, if I turn my head for a second, she is, yeah, potentially.
Are you going to show us how you stand up, Winter? So snotty. Yeah, so she's crawling super fast and standing up on everything, and then what she'll do, like here, Winter. Oh, the buttons. Oops. Winter. She'll then let go like, look Mum, no hands! And then smash on her face.
There is the 4 main things that change from month 4 to 8 is weaning, sleeping, moving, and just general kind of self-awareness, I'm going to call it. So she becomes a lot more like the way she looks in the mirror, the way she kind of communicates. So now she is like handing me. Are you going to stand up on there? That's a swivelly chair. I wouldn't. So what I've actually tried to do is allow her, you might think I'm mad, but allow her quite a lot of freedom in terms of her movement. So sorry about this mess. You know, she's fallen over a lot of times. Obviously, I don't want her to actually hurt herself. And if I see her falling, I will try and catch her. But I allow her to kind of explore movement and explore, basically find her feet. And I think in doing that, yeah, she's had a lot of falls. She's fine, that's what happens to babies, but it's made her balance really good. And now if she goes to fall often, she will catch herself or put her arms down or find her feet. And I think that's actually really helping her in her development of moving. I'm still trying to hide my messy room. So yeah, that's what I feel anyway for her. She started crawling kind of normal really, 6 months, and she's quite confident, and I think a lot of that comes from me actually allowing her to. What I did was put an old duvet on the living room floor, So there was a bit of padding, and I kept a hat on her. I'll put an image here actually of the hat I used because it was nice and thick. I put a hat on her a lot of the time, so she just had a little extra padding on the important areas, so she wouldn't really hurt herself. And I just kind of let her go for it, really, which I think has helped. Another really cute thing she started doing this week is, and this is what comes into like self-awareness that I was saying, so if she's eating something, she'll kind of put it to your mouth to, like, she's aware that she's eating, you're eating, she's brushing her hair with a little brush, she puts it on your hair. Yeah, which is really cute, actually. That feels like she's suddenly getting quite a lot older. Let me just lift her up. Yeah, there's loads going on in the last few months. I want to talk to you more about it. Look at her poor face. First, we're gonna go out, wrap up big time, and go out in the snow. Maybe play on the swings. Yeah! Might see you in a minute. Pointless because it's so cold. It's gorgeous, but Winter fell asleep straight away pretty much, so I think she's too young to really play in the snow. It was more me wanting to take a picture of her in the snow, but she was asleep, so I just have to wait till next year. She's actually regressed a little bit over the last couple of weeks while she's been poorly with her food. She's never really been massively into food. Like, she's just, I've said this before in one of my videos, like, not even breast milk really. She's just not that bothered, which is weird because she's very physical. She moves around a lot, so I would expect her to be more hungry and want more food, but it might be something to do with her still. I breastfeed on demand, so she is still eating roughly every 2 hours over a 24-hour period. So through the night she'll wake every couple of hours for feeds, and I've wanted recently to extend her space between feeds, so she thinking is that she eats more in the day and then she's more full, so she'll sleep more at night and wake less in the night. But I kind of go between thinking that that's what I really want to do and then thinking that, you know, I've fed on demand all this time and she's done really well, so it's been really good for my milk supply. Like, I've never had any problems. So yeah, I kind of flutter between thinking that it's best just to do what she's asking my body to do or what I think is right for me. Because to be honest, yeah, some days I'm like super tired and I'm all like, it's been a year that I haven't had a full night's sleep, and I have to get up and feed every couple of hours and it's draining and I can't do it for much longer and I want her to sleep through the night and blah blah blah. And then some days I'm like, do you know what, she knows what she's doing, she's nearly 9 months, she's really thriving, she's really doing really well, I'm absolutely fine, I can function fine, I'm not that tired, like I'm able to like work and be myself. And I don't know, I go through like phases of jumping from one extreme to the other basically and thinking, not knowing what's best, but I always end up doing what she asks of me. I still have such strong feelings towards breastfeeding after all the difficulties I had and how difficult it was to get it right. I'm very passionate about it, and I think all the hormones and stuff that come with it, even now, like nearly 9 months later, and it's still quite like hard work in some respects. It's also a lot easier in some respects than all the faff of the bottles and all that kind of thing. But I feel very privileged that I'm able to do it, and that my body, my boobs, are providing all of my child's physical and emotional needs. Like, that's amazing. That is amazing. That I can produce. It's really snowing now. Check it out. Yeah, and I feel very lucky that I'm able to do that. And that she's thriving, she's doing really well. And some people decide not to do breastfeeding. Some people decide not to try it, which I would love everyone to really try, because it's when I first started, before I started, I kind of felt a bit like, it's your boobs, I don't know how long I'll do it for, you know, it's best, so I'll do it for a bit. And then as soon as you have a baby, your boobs are no longer a sexual thing. They are, you know, all the hormones that happen, and also you kind of hand your body over a little bit to the child, so they just become like a bottle, like a drinking bottle. And now I just feel really privileged that I'm able to do it for this amount of time, and that she's doing really well on it and stuff. So yeah, I think I think it feels like a year, just over a year, will probably be a natural time to stop. Because although she's not at the moment because she's poorly, I think she's waking up. She's weaning, she's eating 3 meals a day, or she was. She likes drinking water, but at the moment she's still getting most of her nutrients through breast milk, and I'm doing it on demand, like day and night. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe not a year. She'll be 1 in the summer, and it'll be really hot, so I don't know if that's going to change the way. That might be like, I don't know what breastfeeding's like in the summer when you have to get your boob out. I don't know. I'm just going to do what she wants to do. But I know that I'm not going to breastfeed, and some people will not agree with this. I'm not going to breastfeed until like she gets much bigger, and I don't feel like physically that's going to be the most challenging thing. Like even now, like, and she's tiny. She's only 8 months old, and it's still a bit of like, she's a bit of a wriggler. So when she's like 3 and talking to me, I don't feel like I will want to do it then, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, I think maybe 18 months max or something. I don't know, see how it goes. Yeah, but I can't. I'm such a believer in breastfeeding. It's amazing. It's not just the nutrients and the fact that your baby's getting everything it needs, even to the point of like, you know, if the baby's ill, you just know that giving it breast milk is, you know, she's going to get the best things she needs to fight that illness. It's incredible. But also emotionally, if she's upset, if she needs comforting, or if she just needs like feeling loved or a cuddle, yeah. But the breastfeeding police, I am totally, all my friends are now not breastfeeding anymore, and they all feed in a bottle, and their babies love them just the same, and they love their babies just the same, and there's no, so if you decide to bottle feed, then no hate from here. But I just don't want to see breastfeeding like it dying out, because I think it could potentially do that. I think some people don't feel right breastfeeding in today's society, which I think is really sad. Anyway, I'm super conscious of my hair because I haven't washed it, but it's cut and it's really short. It's really short. I would love to hear from you guys how your breastfeeding is going and how long you breastfed for, and I find it all so interesting. I'd love to hear all your comments and stuff. And also, loads of you, it seemed, were watching these videos who were at similar pregnancy stage or baby stage as me. So our kids are going to be the same age right now. So yeah, I'd just love to hear how you're getting on if you decided to. Also, I don't really know when, say if I decided to stop breastfeeding at a year, do I then have to give her some other kind of milk? Do I have to give her formula, or do I have to give her cow's milk, or yeah, I don't know, from the ages of 1 to 2, like, do they still need milk? I'm so conscious of my hair because it's actually hot and I haven't washed it, so yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm going on and on about breastfeeding. And next week I'm gonna be talking about Winter's movements and how all babies are really different, but how I encouraged her to develop her physical kind of development and movements with her crawling and her standing and stuff. All babies are really, really different. Some babies don't want to crawl until they're 1 year old. So yeah, everyone's different, and some are going to be into it and some aren't. But if you're thinking about ways to how to help your child crawl when they're so desperate, and then that they're in that really frustrating stage where they really, really, really want to crawl, and yeah, you really want to help them, that's what I'm going to be talking about, because I was at that. It was around Christmas time, and she was just like constantly rocking, like trying really hard to move those arms. So and now I honestly believe, I'll talk about this in the other video, but she is so much happier now she can move. She's got this new sense of freedom, and she can kind of get about where because she can't communicate. If she wants something, she can go and get it now, and I think that brings so much to their confidence. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about that in the next video, but thanks for sticking with me, and thanks for coming back, all you new subscribers, and I'll see you next week. Enjoy the snow.